So today I'm going to do my foundation, and I've decided to do it on video and show it to everybody because a lot of people are afraid of foundation. They can't find the right color, they end up looking pasty, or they end up looking too dark, or it reflects funny in photographs. And a lot of times it's just putting it on wrong. So one of the things about that is you have little baby hairs. Everybody does. And when you rub upward with your foundation, you kind of highlight and pull those hairs up, and you're going to end up with a funny kind of Einstein face look, and that's no good. So I'm going to show you how to put it on, how I put mine on, and of course, you know, Mary Kay Timewise liquid foundation, that's my favorite, and that's what I'm going to use. First, it's time for my cycle. So I have this horrible pimple, and I am extra oily, more so than normal, because it's just that time. I'm not worried about that one pimple because I used to get them everywhere, full-blown breakout every single month. But now that I've been using the Timewise, and I've been using it consistently every morning and every night, my breakouts are absolutely minimal. I have one single pimple for my full breakout. It's amazing. But I'm going to use the oil mattifier right in my T-zone just because I am extra oily. I don't normally use this, but I'm not trying to be looking like a disco ball either. So you put a little bit on your finger, a little bitty spout, so it's easy to get it out without overdoing it. And you just apply, not much, it doesn't take much. Just right up into the T-zone, and that will literally block back the oil and keep it from shining through. Using my oily spots, that's where it goes. And that's it. It's really simple. It's a really easy way to keep it from shining through the foundation and making the foundation oily. Although I use the matte wear, and it really doesn't, I don't really oil through it too bad anyway. And when I do, it's only around my cycle, and it's like the end of the day. I've been wearing it since this morning. It's now dark out. It's the end of the day, and I can start to kind of see that shine, but I don't want it at all. So I'm using the oil mattifier. I don't use the foundation primer every single day either. My skin is really not too bad. It the foundation glides on pretty smoothly, but I do have some acne scars, and I really don't like those. So I'm just going to show you how kind of nicely the foundation primer does help to fill that in and give your foundation a smoother look. You know, whether or not you use this is really up to you, but it is nice to have because it does help to more evenly spread the foundation. It does help to fill in any little fine lines, any small acne scar kind of blemishes or anything like that. It's kind of like Bondo before you paint. And this is also SPF 15. So it's an extra layer of SPF protection, and you can never go wrong with SPF protection. So that, you just put it out there. And this really makes your face feel nice and smooth and silky. When I first used it, I was like, oh wow, I'm not used to having my face feel this way. But it's nice. It feels nice. It gives you a nice softness. Just kind of rub it in, get it all in there. And as with most products, you're going to rub upward and outward because you're going to be filling in those lines and pores. All right, now the most important thing, all my redness. I just rubbed my face, yes, I know. But you could see the redness before that. I have a lot of redness in my face. I really do. And I hate it, but it's there. This foundation covers the redness. Like, I don't need to put any green on or anything to cover the red before the foundation. It does it on its own. I'm mixing two together. I have my dark summertime, nice tan color, and then I have my wintertime, more white color. Right now in Florida, summer has not officially ended, and winter has never officially begun. So, like, my tan faded, but like halfway, it is stuck in this weird halfway. So this looks too dark, and this looks too light. I'm mixing them right now. I've got this crazy tan situation. I am using more of the light color. Oh, that's a little bit too much. That's okay. We don't have to put it all on. And less of the dark color, and just blending them together. And I'm putting them on my hand like this for two reasons. Number one, I have to mix them. So this is a nice, easy place to mix them. And number two, the color becomes its true color after it's had a chance to warm up to your body temperature. So it's always a good idea to put it on your hand for about 30 seconds before putting it on your face, because then you get the truest color. It's ready to go. I don't know if you've noticed that sometimes when you put your color on, like when it goes on right away and what it looks like after you've had it on for a minute, it's kind of a different color. Well, that's why. So you're going to dot it on. You can use a brush. Brushes are probably better because they kind of go on smoother and you can get into all the little areas easier. But I'm just so used to my fingers, that's what I'm using. I would recommend you do not use a sponge because the sponges hold bacteria and that's going to cause acne. You don't want bacteria on your face. Okay, so now when you rub this in, you're going to rub upward at your hairline to make sure it's good and blended in there, because you don't want to have that stark, oh my gosh, your scalp is a different color than your face, which obviously it is. But so you're going to blend upward there. Everywhere else you're going to go down. You don't want to fill your pores in with this. You want to go downward, and you don't want to stand those baby hairs up. So you're going to go downward. So make sure you get it everywhere. You don't want to leave, like, you don't blend it well and you get like this big dark spot of where your foundation is at, and then people can see it. Now this is a very light coverage. It doesn't look like you're wearing it, which is what I like. I want my makeup to look like I'm not wearing makeup. I want my face to look like it's naturally this even and this one solid color. So that's what I like about this. Somebody with more acne scars or more acne might need a fuller coverage. And for that we have this cream to powder foundation. It's got a nice coverage to it. I'm going to go ahead and
doing that, Mom?
Put some on here. I'm going to put it on this side of my wrist here. It goes on smoothly. It goes on nicely. It does give a nice dark color coverage. It's not super stark. It's not super chalky. You don't really, I mean, like you can see that the color is there, but it doesn't scream, look at me, I'm wearing makeup. And now we'll go ahead and put some of this, turn it off, liquid on here beside it, just to kind of give you a comparison.
If you have headphones on, it will go next into yourself.
So this is my darker color in the cream to powder, and this is my lighter color in the liquid. You can really see it's a pretty good color difference, but they both go on very smoothly. They both have a nice coverage. This one's a little bit heavier. The cream to powder is a little bit of a fuller coverage than this one is. But they both wear very nicely. They're not a cakey, you don't really feel it. Both are buildable. So let's say I end up going outside and doing some yard work unexpectedly, and I have like limited time. I've got to run out the door. My makeup is kind of messed up a little bit. Maybe I've, rubbed with the towel to dry up some sweat and like took a whole portion off or something crazy, which also is not easy to do. This just does not transfer. Like I can put on and off a white shirt now. There will be no foundation on my shirt. It stays. It's great. But if like for example I was sweaty and I'm rubbing with a towel and I wipe off like a big spot here, I can just put it back on. It's fine. If I just feel like I need to touch up a little bit because we're going out and I want it to look a little bit fresher, I can just put it right back on top of what's already there. It is buildable. It's great for that. It's buildable with some others. You can use this and then you can put the Mary Kay mineral powder right over top of it. Whatever you need to do to customize your look, this is buildable and it's going to allow you to do that, which is great. One other thing I like to do after my foundation, which I want you to look at that redness, all that redness, the spots that you were able to see, it's gone. You can't see that now. My face looks like a whole new face. Now, obviously, you can still see that. I'm not even worried about the concealer or trying to cover that right now. It's not a priority to me. I'm not going anywhere. I do have this, which is the translucent face powder. I love this stuff. It helps, again, with controlling the oil. But because I use a matte and I kind of take that shine out, this helps to put a little bit of it back, but it's more of a glow and less of a grease. So it's really nice to have. And I'm using the flat powder brush. I'm just kind of swirling it in around. Now, normally I would put on any blush or eyeshadow, anything like that before I use this, because I don't like rubbing back over my blush, or I don't like trying to put my blush over this. I want this over top because it helps to set it as well. One thing I have learned about this, though, is you absolutely cannot put it on before you apply your mascara. The powder gets down on your eyelashes and it gunks up your mascara. You'll come out clumpy and weird, and that's so good. It looks terrible. And then when you put that wand back in your mascara, it's affecting the rest of the mascara in the bottle. So this translucent powder, if you're going to use it, really needs to be the last step. But you see, like, that glow that's there. It gives a glow. It brings out some youthfulness, but there's no shine. It's the right kind of glow, and I really like that. One other thing I do have here that I don't use on a regular basis is the highlighting pen. And I'm not going to do that right now because I already did the powder. I'll do another video that shows you with the highlighting pen. This is really good for people who like the contouring and everything. For me, I got these big old bags here. They ain't going nowhere. There's not a product in the world to fix that. So what I would do is I would open it. It's got this brush here. You twist and click, and it brings the product out, and then you would brush it on with the brush in like a triangle pattern, and then you would just blend it with a sponge or a blender or your fingers, whatever you gotta use. These are way better than your fingers. And you would just pat it and blend it, and it would hide that. But like I said, I should have done that first, but I didn't. So I'll do a whole nother video to show you with the highlighting pen. I'll do another video to show you with some concealer. But this is the foundation. This is the set. And this, now that it's had time to really dry up and soak in, I mean, look at it. It looks like my skin, just with color. And you can see that one clearly has a heavier coverage than the Timewise liquid. I'd like to show you real quick. I have here all these colors. These colors are what I personally have in stock. There is a color for everybody, and I can get you matched to your perfect color. I mean, look, I open my jaw and there's no color contrast between my neck and my face. And even though my neck is lighter, obviously my neck is clearly lighter than the face to the chest, and there's still like just no stark contrast. It blends so beautifully with your skin. You've really got to color match and get the color right when you're getting a foundation. And I have enough colors to get you covered. So if you'd like to see what I have and try some of these foundations out for yourself, get color matched, and fall in love with the stuff the way that I have, just shoot me a message and let me know. We can book you a facial. You'll get to use all of this. We'll go over all of it. You'll use the daily face wash and moisturizers. You'll use the foundations. We can play with some makeup with all the colors. I can give you some tips customizable to you, and we can really create your perfect look. Just shoot me a message and we'll set that up. We can come to your house, to my house. I can come to your place of business. We can make it a little business party during your lunch hour with some of the other girls. Whatever you want to do. I'm completely flexible, and I would love to help you achieve your flawless look because I am happy with mine.